we're back in. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us again.
Hey now.
Busy week.
So much happening.
So much going on.
Yeah.
This week, 3 gigs and a podcast.
That's huge.
What do you know about that?
That feels big.
What do you know about that, Jack? Over there, doing uni work to become successful. This...
No, we don't have Ben, so we've just replaced him with a university student.
Yeah, Ben's doing a gig at the Stand. Congratulations, Ben.
Yeah, wow. They're going to fuck you red raw.
Yeah. And you're going to bomb. You're going to bomb, Ben.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do well, let's be honest.
No, Ben's not going to do well.
He's not even that good a comedian.
I can't wait till Ben's back next week. And he's gonna, and we're gonna get. No, do you know what? It went well, but I don't think the crowd were into it. Well, then it never.
Yeah, he's like, they thought I was a straight white guy, but really, I'm Down syndrome, fucking mongoloid.
Do you know what he reminds me of? Imagine if,
like a stick human.
Imagine if Shane Gillis was terminally ill for years. He'd look very similar to Ben.
And instead of football, he played tic-tac-toe professionally.
Yeah, he was dead good at Sudoku. He just loved it.
Yeah. Ben will love watching this.
Nah, Ben's a cool guy. We love Ben.
Yeah.
Ben's all right.
But yeah, you're back on the gig horse. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you took a long break for a while, but now like that foray back into the stand-up world is happening.
It was all, my head just fell off, lads, when fucking... Because what happened was, it was very unnatural, the way shit happened with me. It's not how it's meant to happen. So all of a sudden, I'd been doing comedy like a year, and everyone knew I was dead quick, and I was like, oh, shit. And then it was cool at first, until things start going bad. And then it's like, oh...
Yeah, it's meant. Yeah, comedy's meant to have like an ebb and flow, like up and down, and it felt like you had this huge up and then this huge down.
And such a big down, such a huge down. It was fucking...
How you finding it? How the gigs going and shit?
It's all right. I've got newer material now, so I've been doing that a lot more. Like, because another thing as well is I was getting. At the time I didn't want a gig, and I was all at the same time I was sick of doing the material I was doing.
Yeah.
So then, even when I'd like be like, no, come on, stop being gay, let's just go and do a gig. I'd get on stage and I'd be like, am I saying this again?
Yeah.
Like, even I didn't enjoy it anymore. But
what's weird, I feel like I'm there right now. It's sort of shit because like, you think you remember when you were like doing 5-minute spots and you're like, man, once I'm doing 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's when I'll get like the new stuff.
Yeah.
I always figured that's how good comedians write hours or whatever. And then you realize that you get 20-minute spots and you're like, oh, this is the most important gig of my life.
Yeah.
Every minute matters.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing the same 20 minutes now for like 2 years. And I'm like, I hate all these jokes. I'd rather bomb.
I cheat sometimes, me. I like to play on the pauses a lot. So if I know I've not got any new shit, I'm like, let's just pause for 40 seconds. let's just see if anyone just lets this happen. And then I'm like, well, I've remembered where I was up to. Time to jump back in.
Oh, dude, I wish I was better at the pauses, you know, because whenever I have a moment on stage and no one's laughing, I feel like
shit,
or like there's no oxygen in the room. Like I'm just like, where's the next breath? Where's the next? And then if I'm like trying to let it go for like 40 seconds, I'm like, I haven't been breathing for 40 seconds. It sucks.
One thing I would like to talk about, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of gigs.
Oh yeah. Hard pivot here.
Monday.
Yeah.
Kickflip comedy. Great gig.
Great gig.
Jordan, there was the Halloween special.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. You cunt. You cunt.
I have been waiting all week.
You fucking led me into this.
Oh, I know. It was so friendly as well, the way I've done it. One thing I would like to bring up is your shame. No, so right, so let me paint the picture. Monday night, we were at Kickflip Comedy. Good new open mic started in Liverpool. We were there. Halloween special. I didn't get the memo. I wore this.
Yeah. 27th, so that's as far as you can stretch Halloween, I think. It's in the week.
Yeah. But then Jordan come in like a full monk outfit, like full robe with a little cross.
Rope belt.
Nice touch.
That's what makes it.
Nice touch. And it also doubles up if the set goes bad. You can take that into the bathroom and ruin everyone's week. But
now that's killing.
Yeah, in every sense.
Yeah.
Will Smith was there. Good guy. You love Will.
White guy.
A white Will Smith. Who'd have thought that?
Yeah.
What's next? And
he's like, keep my husband's name out of your fucking mouth.
He's fucking someone's been slagging Jamie Bush off. Will's fuming. But yeah, fucking Will's like, just want to come outside and have a joint. And me and Jordan obliged.
Of course.
It's pissing down outside.
I love weed.
Pissing down outside.
Pouring.
We get back into the gig. The soles of Jordan's shoes must have been a little bit wet because he went fucking flying as soon as we walked in. It was like a little roll of the ankle, and then you were just on all fours.
Oh well, it was the worst. It was the worst for a bunch of reasons. So, Carl Porter's on stage, and the door, the entrance to the thing is like to the left of the stage, like. If people are walking in, you look to your right, you see people walking in. So we walk in, and he thought I was watching already. And he's like, oh, Jordan Ducharme, blah, blah. So all the attention's on me. And then, like a sack of shit, I just hit the deck. And I don't know if I slipped on the robe, or the monk costume, or slippery shoes, or what it was. But it was not good.
You handled that well, though, because I'd have had to have got off. I wouldn't have stuck around to be, because in the break, you know, somebody joking, it was like, oh lad, I can't believe it. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, don't ever bring that up to me again. I would have took that
The
back.
most humiliating part is that my girlfriend runs the night, and she like, I just never seen her so happy. She was howling laughing.
It is mad how happy girlfriends get when you hate yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, and it's like, how bad would the injury have to be for you to actually show concern?
Yeah, definitely.
Because although women have got the reputation of like the more empathetic of the two genders, the sexes, whatever, they're not.
No, not at all.
They're really not.
Well, women will empathize once they feel like they should. Like they have their own line in their own head, but then it feels like, you know, if they think you're being a pussy, they'll not at all side with you. Like
Yeah, I think as well. I think women only are capable of showing empathy if you're a dog or a baby.
Yeah,
if you're not one of those two, you can go and fuck yourself.
Yeah.
In the eyes of a woman, it's like I don't think.
Yeah, I watched a true crime thing the other day where it was like the guy killed the 3 kids and then the dog, and she's like, not the dog. It's like, no, but the 3 kids.
No, but to be fair though, I can like. Just want to preface, I've never wanted to, nor will I ever kill a child. But I've been around them, you know, and you're like, I could do it.
Oh yeah.
Just as soon as you take that nap, one cushion.
Fucking. I was always leaning on him too hard. Do you watch The Sopranos?
No.
There's one where one of the gangsters is heroin addled, falls asleep on his girlfriend's dog, and she's like, "Oh my god, you killed the dog!" And he's like, "Oh, I was fucking tired."
The dog fully killed it.
He fully killed it. And he's like, "Look, babe, I was really tired."
In my defense, I'm on heroin.
Yeah, you're the one who dated a junkie.
No, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, so I fell, and that happened, and you know, it is tough to maintain any semblance of. You know, I'm now the joke of the room.
It's what I think. Once you get past 25, you can't fall.
Yeah.
Like once you get even drunk, once you get past 25, maybe 26, you as a man, girls fall all the time. Women can't balance.
Yeah,
but
it's the tit weight. The tit weight throws them off, and they're all over.
True.
Unbalanced.
True. It must just be the weight of all the intelligence they have just swaying them. But as a man, post 25, you can't fall over.
No.
You can't do it because then it's like, are you to be trusted to look after the family? Can't even stay up. Can't even stay upright. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I was thinking of lately, and there is a little bit of pivot.
Okay.
But,
pivot us.
you know the way sometimes when a relative dies and they leave a lot of money to somebody in the will.
Yeah.
How much money, let's say a close relative as well, let's say like a grandparent.
Yeah.
Maybe not a grandparent, like an auntie, uncle, something like that.
Okay.
How much money would they have to leave you in your will before you were glad that they actually died? Because like 20, 30 grand, you go, I've got this nice chunk of money, but my fucking auntie's died.
Yeah.
But say you say you read the will, it's like 600k.
Mm.
But like, whoa! Didn't even like it that much anyway. Don't know why she left all this to me.
That's the line. Like, if I'm ever at a certain age, I wouldn't even tell anyone how much I'm leaving them in case I'm like, that's worth murdering me for.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Because people will get spiteful for a few quid.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like the dumbest criminals who will like a week before they kill their wives, they put out this huge insurance claim on them, and it's like you're sort of like telegraphing your murder.
Yeah, I always get suspicious as well. You know, when you see it on the news, say like somebody's been murdered or they've gone missing or something, and like the family are giving like the press conference, like begging them to come back. If I see one of them that looks too upset and like he did it, he's killed the kid.
Or sometimes the guy does it and he just can't even pretend. And so, like, everyone around him is crying, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, a lot of police here.
Did we miss her that much?
Yeah, she was probably the least cool one. But yeah, I don't know. I get too suspicious when I see somebody too upset when, like, the kid's gone missing. Like, you know where it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be crying on the news. You'd be looking.
There definitely are, to get back to your original point, though, there's definitely kids who are, like, they're in their 40s, working the same job they've hated since their 20s, but their parents are loaded. And they're like, any day now, that stroke's coming through.
Yeah, and then it doesn't, and then you get impatient, and it's like, well, how much poison can I give them a day without it showing up on an autopsy?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you see women do it all the time who marry, like, or like, I don't know if men do it the other way around. Like, I can't say I've seen it.
No, it's the opposite.
Women who marry, like, a really rich old fella, and it's like this, like, good-looking, like, supermodel, early 20s, like, and they've married like an 80-year-old billionaire, and it's like
a vegetable.
Yeah, and it's like you didn't even consummate that marriage.
I respect that though in a way.
Oh, 100% respect to it.
Because to me it's like there's no loser here other than the family members of the old guy.
Yeah, because they don't get any of the money now because he just had some supermodel sucking his dick for the last 6 months of his life, so she's getting everything.
Yeah, but he's like, look, I'm dying. Yeah. No one wants to fuck me. I'm unfuckable. I'm like basically a ghoul. And this 20-year-old supermodel is willing to do it for all my money when I die. Like who's hurting in that exchange?
None of me kids have ever offered to suck me dick. She's doing it right now. She's doing it as in writing this will. She's getting every penny.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like another thing that does me head in is people who are like millionaires, billionaires, whatever. They've got a lot of money and they've got kids, and they're like, I'm gonna leave all of me money to charity. Like, why?
Yeah.
You didn't care about it when you were alive. Why now?
Yeah, that is not. Apparently Jackie Chan's doing that. He's told his kids that you're not getting a penny of it.
Oh,
it's like why would you fuck your kids like that?
That doesn't, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're gonna do anything to go out your way to become a millionaire, surely one of the main, especially like Jackie Chan's probably fucking...
He's probably a billionaire.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded.
I wonder.
And surely the main pay, like, once you get past like 50, 60, if you're still doing films to get paid millions, surely the intention is this is for them.
Yeah.
If it's not, why even have the... Like, I honestly reckon... If Jackie Chan was my dad and he told me outright he's not even leaving a penny, I'm not at that funeral.
Oh, for sure.
I'm busy that day.
I'm the reason he's dead.
I'll be in jail. That honestly, that stuff like that pisses me off. So it's like, just give it to your kids.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, but they're like, they don't know. They need to earn it. And it's like, but all right. So they had Jackie Chan as a dad. It's a pretty rough go if you're poor.
Yeah, like imagine having to go and get a job at fucking Target.
Yeah.
And it's like,
then everyone's making fun of your dad.
It's like Chan, like Jackie. You know? Well.
I don't think that happens as much in China.
Yeah, it's like Chan.
Like, what's your last name? Lee?
Yeah.
Jet Li?
That could be anyone in this show.
That's what I mean.
No, this Joe made me laugh before when we were watching, it was little preface, we were trying to get the camera set up before we started recording, and you had one of those like videos of like the Asian doing like the walkthrough of like how to do this, and he was like he was talking about like memory cards and that, and it's like it's good. It's got like 20 views on YouTube, and I'm like, he's not even making money off this. He's just doing this for the love of the fucking game. If there's one thing that man loves, it's dog meat. and tech.
Helping out whiteys.
Yeah.
Because it's true. It's crazy how much, like, the internet, God bless it. Like, I have this with video games a lot, too. Like, I play a lot of games where it's like you'll get stuck in a niche part.
Yeah.
And no matter what the game is, you can just put, like, how do I beat fuck about. And
Yeah.
there's someone who's got, like, a video of that moment of the game uploaded. And you're
And
like,
it's like, the thing is as well with that, though, I have done that on a few games, admittedly. But, you know, after you do it,
you feel like.
it's like, you know, when you've come in really drunk and you watch ugly porn. And like, as soon as you come, you're like, oh, really?
That's so funny. That's where you're, because I was like, yeah, it's like jerking off to child porn.
Yeah.
Immediately, you're like, shouldn't have done that.
You're like, oh, well, I mean, I've completed it, but I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, it's a cheat code.
Yeah,
it gets
is.
you there quicker.
Peggy, 18.
Yeah. No, but no, it is like that. As soon as I cheat in a video game, I feel like I've cheated on my missus. I'm like, what? Am I not an adult enough to beat this game?
It's like, because the thing is as well is there's such a thing about completing a game. Like, it's like a bittersweet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's like a real story mode game. You're like, oh, I fucking smashed it. But then you're like, well, now I can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
But then it's like, there'll be that one level in the middle which I couldn't get past, that one boss fight that I couldn't beat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, right, let me just fucking see how someone else is done. And then I do it, and then I don't feel any joy from it. I'm looking at the XP and the loot that I'm getting, and I'm like, I don't even deserve that.
I had that one time. I remember beating Super Mario 64 for the first time. Just all-time classic game. And my uncle was just behind me, and he was sort of like sipping on beers and just watching me for a couple hours. And I turned to him, and I'm like, I beat it. Like, I was so stoked. And he's like, so what happens now? And I was like, I don't know, I won. He's like, you don't get, like, money or anything? And I was like, well, no, it's a game. And he's like, seems fucking dumb to me.
What happens when you finish those beers?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get money? No, you've lost it.
Yeah.
You're going to go to a strip club and lose more of it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it the same way you'd enjoy those strippers.
Yeah. Did you know what? That's one thing that strip clubs is something that I've never
understood it.
Okay, I was going to say I was going to lie and say I've never seen the appeal.
Well, yeah.
I've seen the appeal.
I understand, and me too. I understand it.
There's an element of going to a strip club that is gay. Like, and I'm not saying that to like throw the word in. It doesn't like you know when like a group of lads go to strip club together,
yeah.
and it's like, do you all want to just go and get fucking bricked up together, and then be waistband tucking these boners all night?
Yeah,
it's so like it'd be different if like
they should almost be a jerk off room. It's
well,
like, hey, if a post lap dance, like on your way out, like, you know how after the swimming pool, you got to get a cold shower?
And if the stripper's feeling nice and you've got an extra 20 quid, let her do it for you.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just don't see the point in going in. Like if you go to a bar, you go and fucking talk to girls or whatever you're doing in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't. Let's say there's nothing even to do with girls on the agenda. You just go to a bar, have a drink, go home after a few. You go to a strip club, it's like, right, okay, now I'm going to have a drink, and then now some fucking woman who's 100% being trafficked is throwing it back on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got jeans on,
mm-hmm.
and if I even touch the woman, I'll be beaten to near death. Because I'm just going to go and just get a boner.
Well, I have a different version of that. So, like, I remember in Vancouver, there's a strip club, the Number 5 Orange. And it's like famous because it was featured in Deadpool and shit, and all these movies like have that strip club. I remember my buddy was in a relationship at the time, and it was like our first time in a strip club. So we're like those weird like virgins in their porn shop, checking it out. And then he finally
scratch and sniff.
Yeah, well, he decides to pay for a lap dance for the first time, and there's like back rooms or whatever, like back room lap dances.
Yeah.
And we're sort of like, I wonder what goes on there. So my buddy gives her 50 quid. She takes him back there, apparently gives him like the full show, shoves her tit in his mouth, like he's grabbing her ass, the whole thing.
Sick.
But then he comes out and it's sort of like that post-nut clarity thing again, where he's like,
no, what?
But he's like, I'm in a relationship and I just had a stripper's tit in my, like, do I tell her about this? And we're like, no, you obviously don't tell her.
Yeah, we just don't do it again.
Yeah. Where it's like, you didn't mean to cheat, but then it basically is cheating. Like if you,
But it's behind the paywall. It's like being racist on Patreon. It's like, you only seen it because you paid. You're just as bad.
yeah. That's a good.
Like, I just did it. You paid to see it.
That's a great deflection.
I was going to be doing it anyway. You're the one who fucking cashed up for it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. I just, like I've been in strip clubs a couple of times and I've had like one bottle of beer at the bar and then been like,
and it costs like 17 quid for that one bottle.
Yeah,
of beer.
yeah, plus the 20 quid to get in.
Yeah.
And then you have like one beer and you're like, I'm probably gonna go. Because then like you get it where like the stripper starts to talk to you. And they're like, so it's go away.
Yeah.
I can see your nipples. I can't not look at them. Now I look weird, but you're naked.
Well, what are we gonna do? Build a friendship?
Yeah, it's like just don't come over asking me name because your name's not really Crystal. So why am I gonna tell you my full name?
But the difference too, in England, there's like brothels you can go to, right? Like, is that legal technically?
Oh, I don't know.
I know they exist. And
I don't think it's legal yet.
But if it was an option, wouldn't you just do that?
Well,
Like if I'm gonna
pay,
I'm gonna pay for nudity, I'm gonna come.
And because the thing is the way the male mind works is, say you go in and you pay for a lap dance, you pay 50 quid.
Yeah.
Does that, so at the end of that lap dance, you're naturally horny. Then that little demon called being horny kicks in. It's like, well, maybe if you just get another lap dance off her, that's when she'll fuck you.
Yeah.
And at that point, you might as well get a prostitute.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's
I'm
what
not
I mean.
condoning either.
At least the prostitutes, like, it's in the deal.
Yeah, you sort of, and the thing is, if you want to try and like show you're not, like all the other clients, you could give them money and go, do you know what, actually?
Let's have a talk.
We'll just chat.
Yeah.
You're too good for this.
That is the. Did you ever have that show in England? And it was big in the States when like pickup artistry was a thing. It's called The Keys to the VIP. No. And it was like 4 dudes sitting in chairs like these, just sipping whiskey and cigars. And they'd send dudes into like strip clubs or like just regular clubs to pick up chicks, and they'd like critique them. And then sometimes the experts would give their breakdowns, and one of them was like, "Here's how you pick up a stripper, lads. Just ignore. Like pretend like you're gay and just don't even fucking give her the time of day." Like, and eventually she'll be like, "Who's that guy?"
There's there's surely fellas out there who like frequently go.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, if you're eating food at a strip club, you're way too into
if
the
you
strip
even
club.
know they do food. Do you know what I mean? If you're in there long enough to go, Can I smell Hunter's chicken? like you're in there too. Like,
oh no, that's weird pussy.
Yeah, oh no, it's next to me actually. It's but it's just I don't know. There's something so weird about, especially if you go with your mates. Because like you all go outside afterwards, and it's like, I know I'm hard, so these 4 must be as well. And it's like, just want to just go charged up to fuck into a normal bar now. Like the 5 horniest men in the postcode just wandered into a pub. Like,
when everyone knows when you have a random sexual encounter, it's the coolest, most like, I can't believe this is happening type of thing, guy or girl.
Like, I can't believe she's fucking sleeping through this. This is unbelievable. Whoa.
But when it's part of the deal and you know the finish line isn't there.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna like emulate the whole part of meeting a hot chick and getting her to touch you, but then you can't. It's like, well, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What's the fucking point of that?
It's like, that's where I think the prostitution and the stripping industry should combine. because with prostitution, you miss out on the chase. Like when you meet a new girl, that's the fun bit. It's like it's that initial chase.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can run faster. Like, I'm gonna get you. But like, so then with prostitution, you miss out on you miss out on like the will they, won't they? Because it's like, well, we're going to. Whereas with stripping, you get that, but you don't get the end goal, and you can't have one without the other.
Both of them are missing a crucial part.
It's a yin and a yang. It's got to be like you've got to try. You've got to like peacock them a little bit, like show off.
Because I remember like when like everything was getting all woke or whatever you want to call it, and the phrase was like, no, consent is hot. as the idea of like asking to have sex.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, it
yeah.
isn't. There's nothing worse than being like, can I fuck you?
Yeah.
But what is hot is like not paying for it. It's like there's
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Once I'm like, oh, this is your job, and I happen to have the money, so you'll fuck me. I'm like, that's no longer hot.
Yeah.
The fact that a woman is allowing you to have sex with her. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think it's
that's the cool part.
It's the
It's not even about the sex. It's about my ego.
yeah. To be honest, I'd rather you weren't even here.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I'm done, go, because I'll get nasty with you. I'll start saying stuff. You'll cry.
I'll go all Mayweather.
You've ruined both.
No, I'm not. Yeah, by that I mean dodging punches.
She's like, who are you?
Imagine that. Like every time he beat his wife, it's only because he dodged for the first 14 rounds and then landed that uppercut.
I just think it's like the whole May. I don't know the ins and outs of his domestic violence cases,
Right.
but
But you're here willing to defend the man.
and I will. no, like it's just Floyd Mayweather seems like the most obvious man to hit a woman
Yeah,
because he's 5'6".
yeah, definitely.
So it's like
Feels even.
it is, to be honest. If
Fair fight.
if the woman hasn't decided to even at least work on the head movement when you're with Floyd Money Mayweather,
Yeah.
that's on you. No, but
like if Holly Holm beat the fuck out of Floyd, I'd be like, that's domestic violence. Like,
Yeah, but
Holly
chill.
should be arrested.
yeah, what are you doing? Look? But like it's just like any man who's that good of a boxer, but 5'6", he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
because Floyd Mayweather walks out. Imagine being arguably the greatest boxer of all time and needing bodyguards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd make me feel like a bitch.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I knew a guy like that when all through high school. He legit like 5'3",
Yeah.
maybe 5'2". But he was the coolest guy.
Yeah.
But like you just
Gotta
know,
be though, any.
Exactly right. You know, just girls weren't talking to him because of how small he was. I didn't see him for a few years, and then we bumped into each other in a bar, and he was obviously the exact same height, but twice as wide.
Yeah.
Covered in tribal
yeah.
tattoos.
Ah, was he white?
No, really,
okay,
really
okay.
cool black guy. Actually.
Oh, okay. The tribal tattoos can pass then.
Yeah. But it was still just like, oh, that's what he had to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. You
'Cause
just got to
he's
look like you
5'3".
might fight.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's where sexism got crazy, man. Like reverse sexism got to the point where it's like, wait, so I'm not allowed to say I don't like fat people, but you're openly anyone under 5'5" isn't even a human to you.
There's not many things
The
in
hypocrisy.
the world that piss me off more than that. Now, I'm an easy breezy 5'11". Put a bit of trainees on. I'm 6 foot. I'm happy with that. I'll take it.
Right.
But that age old thing of like, you know, the whole I'm not allowed to not like fat women, but I've just seen a fat woman getting fussy over height.
Mhm.
That like it pisses me off. And what does me head in is there's those people who go out in public with a camera and a mic and they're like, how much should a guy earn a year to date you?
Oh,
and it's like some fucking 5 out of 10, like anything under 150K, and it's like,
Get away from
what?
me.
It's like, who do you think you are?
Mm-hmm.
It pisses me off because it's like, and it seems more rife in America.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously, you put a camera in someone's face, they're gonna start acting on. So she's probably chatting shit.
Yeah.
But every time I see one of them videos, I can't not watch it, and I know the type of shit that's gonna get said, and I know it's gonna make me indescribably angry.
yeah.
But I still watch it, and it does my head in.
Almost by design.
It pisses me off so. It's just like realistically, it's like the lads who are 5'4" and the fat women.
That's the best mix.
Yeah. Because it's like she's not gonna fucking run away, and he can't reach the door handle to leave.
Yeah.
So it's like there you go.
That's a beautiful unionship.
They're at this war, and it's like the sooner the better they realize that they were all made for each other.
Mm-hmm.
We can move on.
Well, you know who has it tough? I had a friend who told me about this. Tall women will have a tough time finding a guy because either they won't like short guys, but there's also guys like if you met a 6'4" chick, that might be like a bit intimidating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't want a woman who would feel like with even basic training could out-grapple me. Not something I'd be comfortable with.
Well, I had a buddy who was like 6'8", and he's like, man, there's this whole world of chicks like 6'3" to 6'7" that are just like all mine. And I'm like, wow, way to go, bro.
That I like that though, because it's like
Tall guy achievements.
like Imagine the kids you'd create if you were a 6'8" man with a 6'4" woman.
Yeah.
That's
Get them into basketball
just your own
immediately.
little bit of eugenics going on there. You're just creating the perfect people. Because any sport they can dominate in.
Yeah, no kidding.
Any sport. I think people need to start being more selective with who they have kids with again. Not in like a eugenicist way, but in a sense of like, let's look at, say, the average human from the 60s. You know when you see pictures of men and they're all just shredded?
Yeah.
Fast forward to now. Some of the... There's me.
Yeah. I don't like what you're talking about because I would not get laid if women were more juicy.
But maybe it's for the best. Because where are we going to be as a species in another 50, 60 years?
Yeah.
If we've gone from like everybody just being the pinnacle of fitness to like now there's an actual genuine discourse of should fat people have to pay for 2 seats on a plane, which by the way, yes. But it's like we've got to start being selective again, not in like a Hitlery way, not in like a not them way, but just in like are we gonna... I think if you're picking a partner and you're being serious about the person, you've got to look at them and be like, how might our kids come out?
Yeah.
Don't just not pull out and then wait to find out. You've got to be like, right, okay, I'm a little bit taller than you, but you've naturally got a bit more of a musclier frame than me, so that works. Because they'll get the height, but they're not going to be as skinny as I am. Good. No men on your side of the family are bald. Not on my side. Good.
We're laughing.
Yeah, nice. Most importantly, we're both white. I just feel like we need to... There's got to be a way to like start selective breeding.
Well, I remember like it's as simple as like back in high school, you know, when girls would always complain about how guys were assholes.
Yeah.
But then the assholes were the only ones who got laid. And you wanted to be like, you know, ladies, if you just stop fucking the assholes, eventually they'd like learn and they'd all stop acting that way.
It's a tale as old as time though, because it's like eventually it's like an instinct thing. It's like if we were still like living in the jungles and stuff, the women would want to mate with the best male.
Well, yeah.
The biggest, strongest, most dominant males.
Because they protect you from the other cavemen.
Exactly.
Essentially. Yeah.
They protect you from the us. Lurking. But then it's like as time's gone on and like guitars were invented. Now it's like, oh well, he couldn't win a fight in my honor, but listen to how well he plays Hey There Delilah, and then they get them that way. There's like so there's become different ways to attract women, but there's always that little instinct in there that's like eventually they're gonna start thinking for the species.
That's true. That's I remember when I was in high school, emo was the big thing. And all the guys that were getting chicks had like the swooped hair and the snake bite, and I'm like, just the gayest looking guys.
Oh, mate.
And I'm like, how are they? But I'm like, but that was it. They were just in that situation. That guy was the alpha.
He's just so edgy and cool, and you know, they always in a band.
Because it's all about your environment. Like in some countries, like the alpha is gonna look totally different from the alpha from like another country. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just based on the culture. Like it's
like I think the only true men left are African men. Like, not African American men, like African men. Like, you go there and you even, as a man, if you even check to see if you've stood in dog shit that way instead of that way, you're out. You're done. Out. It's gay.
Fucking leave.
Gone. And I hope one day Africa achieves its goal of the United States of Africa, because that would be the most dominant nation we have ever seen.
I remember, what was that thing? It was like this village that was like, once a kid hits 12, they put on this mitt. It looked like a baseball mitt full of fire ants, and then you have to wear it for like a minute. And if you even flinch or react, it's like you're no longer a man, and you have to go live in the hut again for another year.
Okay, maybe they'll bring some of the practices over into the future dominance Africa's going to have, but like there is some. Do you know what as well? I find it fascinating how there's so many traditions over the world that like don't need to still be happening.
Yeah,
like people from New Zealand should stop doing the haka.
Why?
Have you ever watched somebody do the haka?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah,
and it's like
it's very haka.
After a while, it's at first you're like, oh, this is sick. This is like, and he's out like that.
Yeah,
and you're going, Nah, all right, stop it. Then.
Whenever you see someone who's not a giant Samoan guy do it, it looks super gay.
Oh, mate, it's the gayest sequence of movements.
I saw
that
I saw a
is.
woman doing it in a dress, and I'm like, this isn't what the hack is all
No,
about.
see, it's like stuff like that. They done it. There was the indigenous people in New Zealand or Australia or something like that, whatever. It was in the Oceania, if you will. That's what it's called, isn't it?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And they were doing it like in Parliament because there was a bill passed.
That's what I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I was just a bit like,
This isn't what this dance was for.
You're in Parliament, like
Yeah.
act accordingly. If you want to go outside and do it, like cool.
Yeah.
But don't do it like in like imagine imagine you done that in the House of Commons. So was that gritty or something? They'd be like, yo, chill, lads.
But that is what's funny. Like, I love how if you look at governmental proceedings from third world countries, it all looks the same. Like, it's in the same looking room. But then, like, a fist fight will break out, or they'll start like throwing chairs at each other, and you're like, "Oh, right, this is Zimbabwe or whatever."
Yeah, there's gotta be more. I feel like politics in the Western world would be in such a better state if every now and again it was like, right, they're having a boxing match.
Yeah.
We can't settle it. Too many people are dying because of those two disagreeing. They're gonna fight it out.
Well, you remember when it was like Obama time, but like time period, but when they were comparing a picture of Obama with a sweater hitting like this heavy bag, and he looked like 90 years old, and then it showed Putin on a horse, like shirtless, and he looked shredded, and it's like, I know what leader I'd want to have.
The one with Photoshop. Sick.
But
Sick.
there is something to that of like, if you knew your prime minister could beat the shit out of someone, you might be more like,
I feel
that's
like
my guy.
I feel like day to day, if let's say England had another leader that wasn't Keir Starmer, and it was some guy who could like obviously go to any UN meeting and just fuck anyone up.
Like Jason Statham.
Day to day, I'm gonna feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's sometimes during the day I'll remember who we've got in charge of this country, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm actually not safe.
Yeah,
But
I
if there
shouldn't
was
feel like
just
I could beat up the prime minister.
No. Yeah, exactly. We've got to. This is what I'm saying. We've got to take it back a little bit. Like the same way, like in school, it was always like the alphas who were getting the women, and then eventually like some of the nerds would learn an instrument or something like that, and then it was like, oh, well, now he's got his own way. We've done that with like leaders too. It's like eventually it's like we've let the weasels have a go and the fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Ruining it.
Well, dude, like, yeah, Keir Starmer gets in, and I was like, since I've moved to the UK, that was the first time a Labour leader got in. So I was sort of like, okay, let's see how they
Let's see what this is.
give it a spin or whatever.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah, and one of the first things is like, okay, it's gonna be a government ID online. You're like, but I'm like, nobody wants that.
See, the thing is, what I think with like the there's not a lot of difference anymore between the Conservatives and the Labour Party.
Not at all.
Labour are just, in my opinion, nowadays, not always the case, but now specifically, they're a lot more snide with how they do things. So it's like the Conservatives will lie, but they always have, so you'd expect it. And you go, right,
exactly.
well, you've got to read between the lines. We know what they're doing. Whereas with Labour, it's like, yeah, fuck those guys. They're like, we don't like what they're doing. Then they get in and they're like, now you can't watch porn.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, chill, lads. Like, what are you doing?
No, it's literally the difference of like the Tories have always been evil. So when they act evil, you're like, oh, well, that's what they do. But then the other one tries to pretend like they're not evil, and then you find out they're evil. And I'm like, but that's worse.
Yeah.
Because you lied.
Yeah. Like, it's like, if you're going to, all politicians are dickheads. Anybody who craves power in any sense is a prick.
Yeah.
That's given. But it's like, I'd never vote for them. I'd never vote Conservative. But you've almost, I would never say respect it, but as you say, they're very upfront with it. Yeah, we actually don't care about all of you, and we're all millionaires, and we'd like to keep it that way. And for some reason, there's a large portion of the working class and middle class who are like, oh, no, we'll help you achieve that. But then with Labour, it's very sneaky. And it's...
And it makes you hate him.
Yeah, and there's so much shit about Keir Starmer that's come out about Keir Starmer since he's gotten into power. Like, he was the Chief Justice Secretary, or he was really high up in the judicial system, in charge of a lot of law in the UK. And years ago, when that whole grooming scandal was going on in Rochdale, he knew about it and chose not to take action or tell the public just how bad it was because he didn't want to spike tensions.
Right.
I think, yeah, but kids are getting raped.
Yeah.
And now he's in charge of like the whole country. And it's like, well, what's he doing now?
Yeah.
Because that's what he was doing then when nobody knew he was.
Mm.
What's he doing now? He's got to be up to some weird shit.
Yeah.
Weird
That's why
shit.
I want my leader to be almost like Boris Johnson was almost better because he's such a goofball. And I'm like, oh man, there's videos of this guy like, yeah, just wasted, and, falling down the stairs and shit, and that's a leader.
I think what we're missing over here is a fucking good, not necessarily an evil one, but just a good, strong dictatorship. Because it's listen, I've thought it for a while. No, it's getting out of hand. It's getting to the point where it's like no matter who you vote for, you've lost.
Yeah.
Because
that's how I've always felt. Like I've always not voted because it's like, well, what, I'm gonna vote in this guy who fucks me, and then I'll feel like a dipshit for voting.
It's like, and the thing that's doing me head in so much with politics in this country, and this might not be very fun to listen to for all of you at home, but just bear with us. White men speaking politics, so you're gonna love it.
This is important.
Yeah, this is right.
Not like, far right.
You've got not too right, but centre right. But it's like it's so you've got this Reform Party now which have popped up, and seeming it wouldn't surprise me at all if they won or if they come very close to in the next election.
I'd be so gutted. And
the thing is, this is why there's so many like this whole thing with like people like putting the flags up and doing this and doing that, and they see that as an opportunity. So it's the same people who spearheaded Brexit, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
The same people who were doing that, and at the time there was a lot of racial tension in the country. So the main point they put to the public was, we're going to do this because it's going to stop immigration. We're going to really cut down on immigration. They didn't tell people about any of the other shit that it was then. So it was ushered in underneath that. And it was basically one big lie.
Yeah.
And now those same politicians, Nigel Farage being the main one, using the exact same playbook with this Reform Party.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like, the Reform might even be easier to buy if it was like a white British bald guy with a pint of Guinness or whatever. Yeah. Instead, we got Nigel, who's like this fucking orange lizard person from
weird.
Germany.
He's the weirdest looking man.
It's like, how can you look at that guy and trust him? How could you be like, that guy's gonna like tell me the truth?
I remember seeing a video of him, and I'm going back. It's gotta be over 10 years, and he was. I seen it on Russell Howard's Good News. Shout out to any OGs who had BBC Three back in the day. And Nigel Farage like being interviewed on the street, and somebody walks past behind and shouts, "You're a racist homophobe."
Yeah.
And he's like on the news, and he's like, "Well, I'm not homophobic." What?
Wow.
And now this fella and his party stand a good chance of being elected.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Well, dude, it's like, like, again, and people are going to probably hate this, a lot of people, but it's like, dude, Donald Trump was convicted of rape and got elected.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, then I guess nothing matters anymore.
Like, okay, well, everyone's just doing shit now, are they?
Or the footage of, like, you grab him by the pussy or whatever. It's like, I understand that was, like, tactically put out to fuck up his
but he
thing.
did still say it.
But that was him saying that. It's like, is this who we need?
Yeah, it's just, I think in the next 10 years,
it's going to get worse.
Something big is going to happen.
Yeah, I do too.
Bears on massive change.
For the better?
Probably not. but like, I feel like the system that we've been... I'm not saying the system in a conspiratorial sense. I just mean like the system of these run for office. You vote for him, you vote for him. Mm-hmm. One of them gets in.
Yeah.
It's like it's got to a point now where people don't even represent a party anymore. They're all just doing the same shit, just with a different.
Yeah, it's just a playbook.
And I think in the next 10 years or so, there's gonna have to be something changed, because it's like people are getting tired of it. People are seeing through the bullshit with it now. And I don't think since I've been alive, there's been a prime minister who's been voted in who a couple of years later you go, this is good.
Yeah. Things have changed.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so now we're just skint in a different way.
Mhm.
It's like now we can't go to the doctors anymore.
Well, that would be my thing. I'm like, okay, let's say let's say it's the most racist platform, and it's like these people got to go because of what they look like. But the trade-off is we're all getting rich. You could at least see why people would vote for that. But it's usually like, oh no, these are the evil people that got to go. And also, we're going to privatize your healthcare. And also, we're going to fuck you so hard in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, Trump has just fucked the farmers over in America so hard. I'm like, his base is just getting bent over. And I'm like, then how are you still the base? Like, isn't there... Like, I can understand hating brown people if that's what you're into. But do you hate yourselves? Like, you hate, like, your grandma can't afford healthcare anymore? Like, is that bad?
It's like, no matter what way you vote, it's fucked. Because if they vote to the Democrats, then it's like, okay, well, now apparently every kid must legally be trans. it's like, what way do you go?
Well, that's the thing. Like, when I was in Canada, it was so far, not even progressively left, but it was just everyone was, like, pushing that because they thought you had to. And it was sort of turned into, like, a clown show. And it's like, well, this isn't what anyone wants. This doesn't represent anyone the same way the far right doesn't represent anyone. Yeah. But now it's just a big group in the middle who don't feel represented by anybody.
Yeah, it's so fucked. What I think it's mine and your duty to use this podcast.
We're gonna fix the world.
We're just gonna get it ticking over nicely because I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah.
And
just don't be shitty, but believe what you want.
I honestly think I would rather at this point. I would rather just go into like a Russian, because I know they say Russia isn't technically under a dictatorship, like, but it is.
It definitely is.
It is.
Yeah.
I would rather something like that than just like, how nice are we? Vote for us.
Yeah.
Vote for us. And you go, I'll vote for them. And then it's like, oh, he's a paedophile. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but the problem with dictatorship is once you have one, you can't get rid of it. So, like...
That'd be fine.
It's not fine.
Yeah, but I'd rather, at this point, someone like Putin just being like, look how cool I look, topless riding this bear.
Yeah.
Then Keir Starmer like, well, I actually handled paedophile rapes in public for many years. It's like, well, what are you doing, lads?
Hey, I'm not going to argue Putin isn't cooler than Keir Starmer.
He is cool.
But I just mean once you got him, then you can't get rid of him. So it's like elections are good for... Because it's crazy, like all this Trump shit, I'm almost like, oh, I wish we had like two guys I didn't care about arguing.
Yeah.
I almost wish it was back to guys I didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah. It's like they've managed to really force you to be very invested in it now.
Yeah.
Because I think Trump would have changed politics forever. I don't think we're ever...
Going back.
Like, it's only a matter of time before a politician in the UK tries to do something similar to that.
Well, that's what Nigel is doing.
Well, he's not as on the nose with it, I don't think, though. I think he's trying too hard to get Trump to like him.
Well, that's the trouble of it. The trouble is there is only one Donald Trump, and he's always been Donald Trump. And the fact that he can create this cult of personality, it can only come from him. To the point where I think if he got a stroke or a heart attack, I think the whole MAGA movement collapses. Because I don't think J.D. Vance or anyone is prepared to slip into that role.
It'd be Bannon.
You need, maybe.
It'd be Bannon.
But no one's going to buy it. Like, for some reason, as goofy as Trump is, he does command that weird respect from people.
Yeah, I think he's got to have had one of his sons trained up to do it, because I feel like the whole MAGA movement now is more just people who are fans of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
As people who actually believe what he's saying.
It's like a pro wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like he doesn't have to be telling the truth.
Yeah, because
like,
it's cool.
I'm into the character.
Yeah. I like what he's doing. I like how he says stuff. So it's like he's got people that wrapped around his little finger. If he was to just die, they'd just put Bannon in.
You think?
And people would be over the moon.
I wonder how long it would last.
I think there's something off with Bannon Trump.
No, but to me, you know, a great example, like Vince McMahon worked in that role because he's a ridiculous human being.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to run the WWE and control all these massive roid heads because he himself is an insane person.
Yeah.
But then his son, whenever he tries to take shit over, Shane McMahon, no one really buys him.
Yeah,
He's
it's
just
like,
a
shut up.
normal dude.
Where's your dad, lad?
Yeah. You're not a crazy guy.
Why are you in his
Yeah.
office?
Why are you not juiced to the gills
Yeah.
like your dad? And it would feel like that. It would be like, okay, you want to be your dad, but you're just clearly not your dad.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. There's certain people who, no matter how hard you could try, they could never be emulated. There's certain people who were an absolute one-off.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we were saying that with McGregor weeks ago. It's like, yeah, can there be another one? But it's never going to happen if you all just try to be McGregor. Like, you have to do your own thing.
Yeah, that's why it worked for him, because
Yeah.
nobody had done that. Or if they had, they didn't do it as well as him. And then what the UFC also do now is they'll try to make somebody that. They did it with O'Malley.
Yeah.
And
Big time.
And
People forget that with O'Malley. It was so similar to the McGregor push.
Yeah. And it's like, and I feel like with McGregor back in the day, he didn't necessarily really need the push. He was doing that himself. So then it was like, it was a no-brainer to give him those fights, because it's like he's calling for the fight in the press conference before his current fight, saying he's going to knock this fella out in the first round, goes and does it, and then demands Mendes or that. So it's like, how'd you not give him that? Yeah. But then do you remember when they announced O'Malley versus Piotr? And O'Malley was like, he was either very, very, very bottom end of the top 10 or like 11th, maybe.
Everyone thought the fight was a ridiculous stretch.
Yeah. And Piotr won.
I don't think he did, you know.
I
haven't rewatched it since, but I remember watching that in a bar.
I haven't watched it since, to be honest.
I remember watching it live in a bar, and by the end, I'm like, I think Sean's done enough, you know. But it was one of those, I could take Piotr winning or whatever. I don't like when people call it a robbery when it's that close. When I was like, I'm like, mate, I watched the fight. It could go either way.
Yeah, a robbery and a close decision, which could be settled with the fucking flip of a coin.
Yeah, it can't be a robbery if it can be a coin flip.
Yeah.
We should, before we get out of here, because I know we're probably running close for time, just cover the UFC quick. Because we did some picks at the end of last week, and obviously they came out afterwards. Our pick of the week, our lock came through.
Rakic
Alexander
died.
Rakic got fucked up.
Done.
0-4.
Don't know why. Always like seeing him lose.
It's because he's got big goofy ears.
He's never done or said anything to make me dislike him. I just don't like him.
It's where he's from. No, I don't know.
Poland. Yeah.
I don't even know where he's from. Actually.
I think he's Polish.
Rakic.
Jack, pull that up.
But yeah, no. I thought if you were watching the prelims, it was a great card. Then you see that opener, you're like, we got a big finish.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the card just sort of fell off a cliff.
You got to the main card and it's like, oh.
Nothing really spectacular.
Do you know what they need to stop doing as well? And Serbian, it's all the same there.
Sabian? I don't even know what that is.
Serbian.
Oh, I thought he said Sabian.
I don't like when they put the fights in Abu Dhabi or places like that, because I'm racist. No, because there's even though you're only watching it on the telly, you're not feeling the atmosphere anyway. But it's like, unless it's somebody from Dagestan, the crowd are dead silent.
Yeah.
They don't, like, they're not cheering, they're not getting up for it. Like, when they were booing Aspinall after the fight, it's like you probably wouldn't have gotten that anywhere else.
Yeah,
in America or the UK or Europe.
I agree with you. There's certain cities that seem starved for it. Like, if that same card happened in Paris, that would have been a fucking, like, they wouldn't have kept the roof on the arena. It would have been crazy. They're such hot fans. I know what you mean. And then it's like, and I'm not just like speaking off cuff about a country I've never been to. I imagine it's so hot there that it's almost like, how do you stay that energetic for like...
You've got to have the best AC units.
You think so, eh?
Especially in like an arena.
Yeah.
You've got to have, because there's like fucking, 12,000 people there.
And half the audience is in full robe.
So they're sweating.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, there was just, the whole main card just felt weird. There was, it's probably because there was no energy in the actual arena. So then when you're watching it on the telly, you're looking at the crowd and there's somebody just being knocked out cold, head kick, and they're all still sat down. It's like,
yeah.
Why are you there?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And then you realize, like, oh wait, they're not all wasted. They need to be wasted.
I've never considered that.
It's probably alcohol. It's probably a big part of it.
Yeah,
I don't even know if you're allowed to drink in Abu Dhabi.
Because if you see a fella get head kicked the way that fella got head kicked, sober, you're gonna go, oh shit, is he on?
Yeah.
But if you had to say, you're like, ah,
you're like, I just did that.
Land more strikes.
But on top of that, when I look at the card back, it's sometimes you'll do that. Like, I've booked a lot of comedy shows, and sometimes you do this where by the end of the night, you're like, wow, the crowd never really got into it. And you're like, I guess I did book like 3 really low energy acts one after another.
Yeah.
And then when you look at that card, you're like, okay, Umar was always going to Umar that. He almost got knocked out in the second, but it was basically
It
an
was a
Umar
lovely
Nurmagomedov.
knee.
Yeah. But it was basically an Umar fight where he's just controlling him for 3 rounds. Not a lot happens. Then you've got a women.
I quite enjoyed that fight. I actually really enjoyed that fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it was shit, but I'm just saying you knew it was going to be an Umar decision.
Well, yeah.
And then you had a women's in the co-main with Mackenzie Dern. You knew that was going to be a go to the decision
We
at
call
the very
those
least.
joint breaks.
And then you had what was meant to be this surefire heavyweight closer, and it was just the most underwhelming, brutal eye poke. No contest. Not even a DQ.
They've got to get. So see that's what confused me, because I was under the understanding that if it's a 5-round fight and the fight gets called off because of a foul between 1 and 3, it's a disqualification. Anything after round 3, which would be 4 to 5, it's a no contest. And in a 3-round fight, it's first 2 rounds DQ, last round no contest.
Yeah, right.
That's what I was always under the understanding of. So I don't quite get why they haven't done it that way. But then, they've got to prioritize that rematch.
Yeah, it feels like a UFC priority of like, no, we don't want Gain to have a loss on his record, and we don't want him to have lost to Tom on his record.
Yeah.
And then we want to be able to go to that rematch immediately.
Also, what is Dana White's problem with his heavyweight champions?
I don't know.
The last 3 heavyweight champions in the UFC, Miocic, Ngannou, Aspinall,
He's had a problem with all of
he
them.
doesn't like them. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, because when in the post-fight presser, Dana was like, I guess Tom says he couldn't see. Only he knows. And
Yeah,
it's
he's like,
"Mate,
maybe you just didn't want to be in there. And it's like,
just
well,
back
no,
up
he
your
did.
guy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, it's not like boxing where it's like there's 2 separate promoters and they're each having a go at each other's fighters. It's like, you promote the whole shit.
yeah.
So either do it properly. Because he done it with Stipe. I can't remember his issue with Stipe, but he didn't like Stipe Miocic.
Well, Stipe hated him too.
Yeah.
There was that one where he won the title and he's like, Dana can't put it on me. Get my
he gave
coach
it to
to
his
put
coach.
it on me.
And then he didn't like Ngannou because Ngannou wanted more money.
Yeah.
And which is fair enough. He should have gotten more.
It's weird. You can almost take Dana out of it because he's just the promoter, and he will always take the promoter's point of view.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, this guy complained too much about money, or he like dragged us through the mud. He'll always take that view. But with Tom, it's weird because Tom's always been that guy for him, and the only reason he's not a bigger draw is because you allow Jones to fuck your heavyweight division up so much. But now this is just going to make Tom look worse because with this eye poke thing, to me, I thought it was a totally justified thing for Tom to say, look, I can't see, stop it. Like, if Tom's head was a pussy, he would have came by how deep fucking Cyril's fingers were in him.
Mate, it was in there, like.
It was wild how deep that knuckle went into his head.
It wasn't nice.
Like, Tom probably couldn't remember his kids' names after that. Like, it was fucking, he got pressed in the brain.
It was horrible.
So, like, to just back off and be like, look, man, I can't fight. That's totally justified. The owner needs to be like, yeah, he couldn't see. That's why he called it.
Well, like you said before, even if he knew his eye was going to be fucked for, like, even just the next hour after the eye poke, it's like, well, I'm still going to be in the cage for half an hour of that, unable to keep my eye open and or see.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he sat out 15 months waiting on his promise of the Jones fight, Jones shits himself, decides he's not doing it, so then they get Garn in, and that happens. I think it was Matt Brown said on a podcast, he said, like, he wants to put himself in the best position to win. If he feels like he's going to be unfairly compromised, he's got
and he said it's not a death match. We're not like out of street fighting.
Yeah.
Like, you had a foul, you have 5 minutes, you can't see. Like, that's how it's meant to go.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
almost
ref
like
there for that
like
shit.
the week before, Rainier de Ritter was like, did you watch that fight, RDR?
I didn't. Did I?
For Brendan Allen.
No, I don't think I watched it.
So how it worked, RDR was getting the break speed off him for the first round was competitive, or I think first round he lost, second round was competitive. By the third round, it was clear he shouldn't have even gone up to the fourth.
Yeah.
Did the fourth, lost the round brutally, and then he wouldn't get off the stool. And his coach was like, okay, you can't go, cool, we're calling it. And everyone called him a pussy immediately. And I'm like, that should be common. If you know you can't win, if you know you're not going to get it done in that fifth round, why just go out for 5 minutes of brain trauma?
Well, that's what I mean as well. I think as the fighter or even as the coaches, you've got to prioritize the fighter's health.
It's like he could take a beating right now and not come back for a year, or we could call it and be back in 3 months.
Yeah.
and fucking
It's
pick
like,
up a
like
win.
if he knows he's 3-1 down on rounds, so even if he goes out there in 10-8 the 5th round, he's still losing. He's not going to
He
win.
needs a finish, and he's so exhausted.
Yeah, and he's not going to get it.
Yeah,
It's like he's well within his right to be like, lad, you've beat me.
yeah, man.
Fair enough. We'll do it again, maybe.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, hey, speaking of doing it again, we should probably call this.
yeah, we've got to get to the football.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go watch a footy game. I hope
Hence
your
the
team
cat.
wins.
They won't. They won't.
But hopefully next week we'll have Ben Robinson back in the chair he belongs.
After he's bombed at the stand.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. If you love the UFC, tell us your thoughts on it. I feel like we got a card next week, but I totally forget who's up for it. But
We'll have a look. We'll have a
Yeah.
look. We'll see where it is, what time it's on. Yeah, as Jordan said, thank you very much for joining us again. We hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the politics stuff. That was a big thing for me. See you next week. Ta-da.
see you later.